Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So this is video number 9. This video relates to video number 5 of the Paper Pumpkin alternative videos for October 2022. I know I didn't write that down. I could stick it in here real quick. October 2022. It's the Ho set. Love it. I'm just really busy trying to get ready for this craft show. So this video is for Miss Sandy Schultz, who made a comment about to put, after I'm done using the blending brush technique, to put it on a piece of white paper. So I am creating one of my simple easel cards for you, doing the same technique. That video was where I created this and the matching gift tags, which are in the little bag. This was an add-on. So we are going to recreate this a couple of times because I'm going to do a little extra little side project. So let's get started, and thank you, Sandy, for making a comment, and I hope you see this video, and I hope this is more to your liking and helps you out. So let's get started. So before we go on, I am doing the Christmas market at the Silverdale, Washington's United Methodist Church on November 11th and 12th, 10 to 4. If you're in the area, come by and say hi to me, would you? So this is the flyer for next month's Paper Pumpkin kit from the North Pole. I'm not going to go on to that. This is the add-on sacks. You've seen me using this as an inspiration, casing it, changing it, you know, using what products I had. This is the instruction flyer for this month's Paper Pumpkin kit. So let's get on. Oh yes, my Christmas card exchange for 2022. I would really love some more participants, okay? So if you are one of my YouTube followers and would you like to participate in this, I will not be doing any mailing you anything else but the list. No other time will I mail you any information, okay? This is strictly the people who send me their email addresses. This is strictly for the Christmas card exchange, nothing else, okay? So only one rule, it has to be handmade. So, and I need your email, your physical address by November 25th. Reason being is I'm having my daughter put them out there on the 28th as I have surgery to remove a cancerous tumor on the 21st. So my daughter's going to do that for me. So let's show you what we have. So I have a piece of basic white, and it is 4 1/4 this way. Scored at 4 1/2, and then I scored it at 3. It's not quite in half, but I wanted that nice score line, and it's still going to pop up to give me that easel card I'm looking for. Then I went and I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4, and this is Bermuda Bay. And where is that embossing folder? I used the Wintry 3D embossing folder. This is the snowflake one, and you can see right here there is a bit of a line, but when this card is together you will not see it, and if you think you will see it, I can fix it, trust me, I'll show you. So I just put it in like so because it only is 3 inches. I went like so, and then I took it and repeated it. So that's how we got that. We're going to do a little sponging on that with a sponge dauber. This is the Santa Claus that came in the kit, and these are my Santa Clauses. I prefer mine. I stamped it, and I'll show you. I used the cherry cobbler on the one I'm using today. I just used what used to be the medium cherry cobbler, okay, because they still work for me. And I just did it very dark, and then I took a blending pen and some sweet sorbet, and I gave him cheeks and a nose and a little bit under the eyes. Then I went around. So step 1, stamp your Santa. Use your blending brush. Let's see. There we go. I gave him some rosy cheeks and under the eyes. Step 2, we did the Santa hat like so. I just colored it in. Okay, step 3 then is to take the Bermuda Bay. This is light, and I just outlined my Santa Claus. Then I cut him out. Now, what I did do is I used the Pearlized Enamel Effect Basics in white. It comes a 3-pack, black, red, and white. And I used the white and I put it all over his hat, his whiskers, his beard, and it is drying. Let's see if it's done. You're gonna see how cute he looks. Look at that. So this or that. I prefer this one. So is it? Oh, it's still tacky. I have it down by the heater because it's terribly cold here. Turn it up to high. There. We have it going. Hopefully it'll be ready by the time we're done. So I'm going to set these aside to my paper pumpkin. What stamps are we using? We are using our Santa Claus in Memento Black. We're using some Whisper White in a sponge dauber. Our Snowflake in Bermuda Bay, and our blending brush in Bermuda Bay. And then for the other pieces from the kit, now I don't have another Mary, but I have Ho Ho Ho. So we're using this piece from the kit, this flagged banner, and the Ho Ho Ho. Now for the inside, this is one of the pieces for the kit. This is another. This is not quite 3/4 of an inch. This is a 1/2 inch strip, and this one is for the inside. This is for the outside. Then I have a 3/4 inch strip by 2 1/4 in cherry cobbler, and a 3/4. Let me see. Yeah, this is a 1 inch strip by 2 1/4. This is a 3/4 of an inch by 2, and we're using that for the inside. So let's get started. Oh, and we are using the frame and the insert piece for our project. We're going to be blending and using our blending brush around the edge. And for that one, I'm going to get my dark cherry cobbler. It's going to take a couple of rounds. So what do we do first? Let's sponge on our Bermuda Bay and let that sit, because that's going to be done in a craft. So I got me a clean piece of white, and when I'm done, I'm going to stick it on the fresh white. Can't promise to always do that. I will try to remember to show it off better. So I'm just getting some ink. I need to re-ink this pad. So with a very light hand, and you want with the raised image forward, I am just going to go over the snowflakes. So I'm just going over my snowflakes, just in a little swirly pattern, very, very light-handed, okay? Just the snowflakes. Hopefully, let me move that stuff up so I can get more in the camera. I'm being selective here of what I am inking up. Oh, so pretty. Okay, that's all I want to do on here. I just want to highlight the snowflakes. So that is done, and I'm going to set this aside to dry so I don't get white ink on anything. Next, let's bring in that frame if I haven't lost it. So here is my frame. I'm going to take that dark cherry cobbler, and I am brushing alongside of the frame like this, just scribbling all over it. Now I know from the other one, I did go over this twice. I'm going to use that cap there to hold it down. Didn't do a very good job there, did it? Of holding it down. Hold it down for me. Last round, I can see I missed some here. I know I'm going to get covered in ink. I always do. But now we're going to set this aside. Look at, I already got it on me. So that's the way I roll. So I'm going to set that up there. And let's get started with our, I'm going to turn this over here. We are going to do our blending on that insert piece. So with our Bermuda Bay, I'm going to tap off a bit. Now, come on in. You want to cover the whole piece lightly to begin with, okay? I'm going to turn it just so it's easier for me to keep it in camera. And then you need to determine what is the top and what is the bottom. I'm going to hold it up here to my frame, making sure, because it's not square, it is a rectangle. So I'm going to load it up again. Now, this is my top here, so I am going to start layering that ink on. You can layer ink on, you cannot take it off. So I'm dragging it down on the sides. So down here, up here, down here, up here. And you get this little whitish area in the middle. Not whitish because we did cover it. And you can go as dark or as light as you want on this. But start off a little and then just keep adding the ink till you get the desired darkness and depth that you want. And I want it kind of dark in there. I'm going to load it up some more. Oh, I forgot I had trees on that. Those are in Shaded Spruce, and they're from the Peaceful Deer. So I'll have to grab those in a second. So that is our piece for now, and you can see we've got that lighter image right there. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to bring in another little square for my other little project. I wanted to show you. Now I am covering this totally. Quickly, I'm going to turn it. Then I'm going to turn it again and darken up that, what to me is the top, which is this part. Okay, so not going to have that much of that whiteness in the middle, not on this. Not for what I'm using it for, but I am going to get that top and doing that little bit of an ombre effect. Now I'm just squishing it up and down. All right, so there you see, we're going to stamp both of these with the Santa Claus. And I am done with that for the moment. Set those right there on my desk. Now we're going to get that Memento ink. And we're going to do our Santa. And Santa is going to go this way on this one. Oh, so cool. Absolutely love it. And this is for our card. This one, we're going to keep him straight like so. Up it about right there. Because we have trees to stamp. In shaded spruce. I'm grabbing that now. Forgot about that. Ooh, so nice. So nice. All right. So I'm going to set those aside. Yikes. All right. And the deer. The peaceful deer. Such a well-used stamp set of mine. So let's see. We want these little trees and that tree. We're not going to do the teeny tiny ones. I have the blocks out. I just forgot the stamp set. So we're going to do that shaded spruce. And we're going to make our trees. So the trio of trees, we're going to start with that. And we're going to stamp here. We're going to pull it up and move it over to the right and stamp right there. Now we're going to repeat this process on the left side. So right here, and then move it over a little because you're going to see a line. That's what we don't want on our paper. So full stamp now. I'm going to bring it here. And then I'm going to bring it up and over. That is that second generation of ink stamping they talk about. So right here and then up there. And each time you do this, you'll get a bit of a variation in it. So these, make sure I got nice ink coverage on there, are going to come right here in the center. And then this is coming up there. And see, now I got those lines. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to stamp off. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. This is going to do the same thing, but we're just going to get the tops of the trees. So there and off to the side. Here. And then we're going to stamp off just because I got that little bit of a line going. I don't like that. So we're going to go there. Then we're going to come center. And we're going to bring in these little trees. Like so. All right. So we're all done with our tree line. To set those well away from me, and now I'm going to set them on a clean white piece of paper and let you see how they look. And I hope, Sandy, that this is more beneficial to you and to the rest of the viewers out there. So let's put these on. No. Yes. Nope. We're going to stamp. We got one more thing to stamp. So I'm going to remove these for a moment, keeping them on their nice white sheet. We are using Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Now, if you're worried about it's crooked, throw it down, pop it on there. And for this, we are going to use... I want cherry cobbler. I was going to do it in Memento, but nah. We're going to go with cherry cobbler. So my good old cherry cobbler, that little strip of paper. Now I know it's easier for me to stamp it vertically on camera for some reason. Okay. And this was 3/4 of an inch by 2. Ooh, very nice. Like it. Love it actually. Okay. And let's go glue these down. I'm going to use that large bottle of Tombow. Glue that down to its counterpart. Now we are going to bring back that Bermuda Bay while we're at it, because I want to do a bit of a background on our card base as I look for where I placed the card base. Interesting, Alice. Okay, oh, there it is. It's hiding. Yep, that's it. It's hiding from me. So we're gonna turn this around like so. And I'm just gonna give a border with the snowflake. All the way around. I'm not trying to make it even on all sides. It's better. They're snowflakes. They're not meant to be. And let's see. Oh, this one's full strength. Right here. Right here. Now, because this, you're going to see this, we're going to completely cover that up. And how I'm going to do that is, let me see how I, like so. Because of the way this easel is formed. So we're going to do one there, stamp off here, stamp off here, full strength, second, full strength, second. That's all we're doing. And I guess we could put a few on the inside, right? I mean, come on. It's Christmas time. So we're going to do one here and stamp off there, stamp off and there, and then just one solid up there. And I'm going to close this up because I don't want nothing getting on my project. Move my ink block away. So you can see how our easel now, you got that nice pattern here. This is our Bermuda Bay. And you're going to have that popped up when it goes down and popped up. So I know from experience with doing these easel cards, it is best to put the glue onto the card. So don't go all the way to the edge. You could use tear tape if you wanted. Now I'm bringing it completely folded down and I'm layering it like I normally would. There you have it. Ta-da! You won't even see that white line. Nada. So here is my frame. And this time it's going, let's see, if I wanted it, I couldn't make up my mind before I got on. Oh. Okay, it's going just like the other one. I was like, thought maybe I'd center it, but no. So let's bring in our elements. And we need this. I'm thinking we're going to pop this up on dimensionals just to change it up. So let's see if I've got those little strippity doodahs of, yes, in my little box of stuff. I didn't want to go finding the full one. So let's see. Do I need to cut these down? Because that's what I normally do. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut it a bit. So let me get some scissors. And I just want to make sure. So we are going to use these strippity dimensional things. Yep, that's my technical name for it. Okay. Right there. Not worried about it being wiggly, squiggly. It's all good. I love that these pieces just like want to come off immediately. Making sure that you can't see it, and you can't. So these ones are going to need to be a bit shorter. So I'm going to do these, let's see, just eyeballing it right about there, just to be on the safe side. And the next one, okay, because we got to change it up. I mean, it is the same basic idea. We're just giving you guys another idea to play with. All right. So we are gonna, hopefully, the trick is getting me to get this squarely on the card. All right. I like its placement there. We're going for it. Is it wonky? It's wonky, Alice. Okay. That just moved. Apparently I didn't have it in there all the way. There we go. So now we're bringing in this, and it's going to be recessed down in there. Now if I could get it out is the trick. Going to put quite a bit of glue in there because it's got all those bumpity lumpities from the 3D embossing folder. And I'm going to smooth it down. Oh, love it. Okay, next we have our little strip here, which I'm not even going to bother to cut down, but I'm going to add some glue to this. Just like I did the last one, right underneath it. However, this one, if we got these little strips out, we might as well use them, right? We're going to get 2 of these strips. Top and bottom will do it. As I try to make it go away from my desk, and it's like, nope, I'm staying with you. Okay, so now our little flaggedy daggedy banner, and then ho 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 to top it all off. And ho ho ho, yeah, you have the vellum. You could put, I don't want the vellum on there. I might color the vellum and use it on something else. So just, this is where that tiny glue bottle with that IV needle, that I call it, my IV bottle. Love that thing. But I need to fill them up, and I just haven't taken the time to do so. Ooh, way too much there. So, ho, ho, ho. And I can tell you, I already don't like the ho, ho, ho because it's not dark enough for me. So guess what we're going to do? We are going to take this cherry cobbler, this dark cherry cobbler. This is not the first time I've done this. Should have done it, didn't think about it. It should have, that medium cherry cobbler is what it looks like. But I want it this super dark. Of my frame up there. Now, if you have that shimmery crystal effects, yes, I put cut the nozzle off of mine, and it's a big lump coming out of there, so I'm not using it. But that would be beautiful on top of this, and used to make little stars or snowflakes. But at the end, we're going to use pearly enamel dots, the enamel effects. So now we need a mechanism. Oh, so nice. I absolutely love it. We need a mechanism here. That's where these pieces come in. So we are going to pop this. Oop, my hair. We are going to pop this over here to the side. Vice our 3 snowflakes, okay? We're going to pop that on the ground. Let's turn that over. So right here. Now this needs to go up on dimensionals. And we are going to use 3 because we want to make sure it stays put nicely. As I'm getting all the backings off. So let's pop it up like so. And Santa Claus is coming to town. Seeing where that lays. Oh, so cool. Look. Do you see the effect? Love it. It's like a window frame. And oh, okay. I love it. Just hands down. Yes. Now, you can do shimmery, sparkle and shine, Wink Stella on your Santa Claus and reindeer. Because he's magical after all. The magic of Christmas. And we're just going over the reindeer in the sled. We can do the leads. Now, I did tell you we were going to use that pearlized enamel effects. And you know what? My Santa Claus is not even on here yet. May not put him on. We are going to go real tiny like and do little dots for falling snow. So let's see if I can get this done carefully, because I don't want any goobers. It's better if you just kind of go for it. We're putting them all over the card. And where is my Santa Claus going? Just wait for it. It's not for this card. I told you. I have a surprise project. So I'm hoping that with all that heat going, it's good enough. So there is our Santa Claus. This is our card. Now, I showed you how I decorated. This was my modified box from the Spooky Treat box. It was a white one. And I stamped it with that snowflake. I put a little piece of cherry cobbler. This is a real weird size, okay? It is like 2 in... It's not quite 3/16 and it's not 2/8. And this way is 2 7/16. Cherry cobbler front and back. I'm not done the back piece, but that little piece that we did is layering right on there. That's what all that was about. And you know what? We're going to put it on dimensionals. No, we're not, because we're putting Santa on dimensionals. All right. What do I do? What do I do? Trying to think here. What do I want to do? We're going to glue this flat down. Oh, but we need to stamp. Santa Claus is coming to town. Where did I put Santa Claus is coming to town? We are going to do this right here on it, I think. Unless I have a piece that will... Ooh, okay. I have this little scrap on my desk. We're going to use it. We are going to use it. So let's see. We are going to use it. So let's see, right there. And then I've got to bring out the guillotine, because if I try to cut it without the guillotine, y'all know I'm going to mess it up. And I don't want to. I really don't want to mess it up. So I'm sticking it in here. Ugh. Oh, so cool. So cool, but it needs a little bit of cherry cobbler behind it. And I have this little strip. Oh my gosh, it's like it was made to be on there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. That is too cool. Okay. This was from me making some gift tags. That little piece was meant to go in the rubbish bin, but it had a purpose and it knew better than I did. So now we do need to bring back the guillotine. So here we go. Some things are just meant to be. Oh, perfect. Now this is going. You guys notice my little bracelet? My friend Shannon mailed that to me. She had one for my daughter and one for myself, and she mailed it in the mail. Isn't it beautiful? I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Shannon. So, there is our Santa. We need the Wink of Stella. We have to glitter Santa. And we'll do the pearlized dots, of course, on him for our snowfall. After we get him glued down. All right. So close that up. Now, do we want it on the front? This is the front. This is the back. Or it doesn't matter really which way is front or back with this box. It can be either or. All right. You catch the back of this paper? It was a scrap. It literally was a scrap from me cutting a tag. Ooh, so cool. But the best thing about this is, do you see those holes in that little box? Now, if you make my pattern, because I did do this pattern and show you how to create my box because I altered it. There's the correct way. It won't have these holes in it. But because this does have the holes in it, I'm grabbing that dark Bermuda Bay and this Pool Party ribbon that's in the catalog. Okay, and we are going to dye this ribbon, and it is marvelous. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking for my scratch paper. Here's a scratch piece, actually. Okay, so we just need, I'm not sure how much. I guess I should go in here. And I'm sorry this video is taking long, but I wanted to do a little something extra because I was really repeating myself. So we are going to dye this Bermuda Bay. So right there, I think it's about 7 inches. Oh, it's 8. I'm off by an inch. So take your Bermuda Bay or whatever color you choose in a blend and just rub it over this ribbon. This ribbon has a little bit of sparkle in it, and it picks that up. And to tell you the truth, I think it's seen better on the Bermuda Bay than it is in the Pool Party, and I don't know why, but you don't want to go too heavy. We're just adding a little bit of color. So there it is. It is now Bermuda Bay. Pool Party to, oh, look at this. That doesn't work, does it? No, not likely. All right, let's get this on our box. Now, if I had one of my boxes that I made that didn't have these holes and you didn't need that much, 7 inches would have been just fine, Alice. I would have, I'm going to use one of these, no I'm not. I was going to use one of these great big glue dots, but we're not. We're going to use one of these little ones. And get my handy dandy. So I'm going to stick a glue dot right in the center. It's going to take 2 of them. So there's one. I love these great big fat ones they gave us. Might have to stick your finger underneath there. Get it straight. I told you guys I would be using those white boxes from the Spooky Treats paper pumpkin kit for Christmas, and this is another one. So there we have it. And where is our Santa Claus? And here is, ha ha ha, isn't he cute? Look at that. Love it. What are we going to do on there? We're going to put those pearlized dots and make our own little snowflakes. Yes, we are. So we're going to put this on dimensionals. I think I have some minis down here that need to be used. Nope. That's a Santa hat. Oh, here's some. We can do this. So we're going one there and one here. We do have, you could put some snowflakes, some big snowflakes on here. Let's get our Santa hat on there, like so. Oh, so cute. Snowflakes. I have a little thing here with snowflakes already done. Let's see, 1, 2, oh, 3 looks really good. We're going to glue those down and then put some of those pearlized dots on this box. So there's one. And this is a little, very old, retired little snowflake punch. It came in a package of like 3 or 4. I don't remember what they were called. Okay, so now I will tell you, you do need to miter these a bit. And you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to show you how I did mine. I took this little punch, this little old retired ticket corner punch, and I punched it like so. Then I took my snips and I went from here to the tip of where, I did get that so well, right? Like so. So, or you can do it this way. But it just helped it close better. And there, it pops in there nicely. And it can open from either side. But it's so cute. And now we're going to put those little dots on here. And this would make a cute little, you know, gift with some candies. So let's do our little snowflakes. Oh, that's going to be a big one. Get down there. Let's see if I can take some of it and add it there. I can. You can do big snowflake drops, little snowflake drops. Just don't get them in a line. Oh, look how cute. I kind of got them going in a line. Don't get them in a line as I do it myself. So we're going to add some more to this side. Okay. Having too much fun with these dots. Oh, love him. Now I'm going to wink Estella Mr. Santa's hat. If I can find it real quick. Because it needs some of that sparkle and shine on there. So I can't set the box down as it is. But I want to move all this aside. And let's see if this works out a little better. So this is our easel card using that same technique from video number 5. And this is our adorable little box that you can put candies, gift tags in this. Maybe that's what I will do. And I hope you liked this video. I'm sorry that it went over the 30 minutes. I do try to keep them at 30 minutes, but this was a double set. And let's set it down just like so. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are watching Miss Sandy Schultz, please let me know if this was better for you. I am really interested to know. And if you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but I don't have to be. If you have a demonstrator, stay with them, please. If you are interested in joining my team, I would love to hear from you. And I will see you all again in my Wonderland. Bye-bye now.